Mrs. White is asking her husband whether he was going to wish her for a pair of hands so that the work at home could be done very easily. Mr. White laughs hearing this and says, right, your mother, okay, I'll wish you for a pair of hands. Sergeant gets scared and he says, stop it, come on, don't be so childish. Don't take it casually. Don't be childish. It is something very serious. You can't make a joke out of that. Stop it. If you must wish for something sensible, reasonable. Don't wish for something unreasonable. Come on, it's bad. Wish to have something sensible. Look here, I can't stand this. Gets on my nerves. Where is my coat? I'm going to walk out. I'm going away. I can't stand this nonsense. You're going to make a mess of that. Look here, I can't stand this. It gets on my nerves. I feel troubled. Where is my coat? Let me go. He goes into the alcove, the smaller room attached to a bigger one. Mr. White crosses to the fireplace, carefully puts upon the mantelpiece. He is absorbed into it. He is absorbed, he is involved, he is thinking deeply about it. He is absorbed in it to the end of the tableau, the curtain. Herbert, I'm coming your way to the works in a minute. What do you wait? Then Herbert is asking Sergeant Morris whether he could wait for him since it was time for him to go to his factory. Herbert suggests that they should go together. Herbert, I'm coming your way to the works to my factory in a minute. Won't you wait for me? We'll go together. He goes up, center, helps Morris with his coat. Sergeant puts on his coat. No, I'm all shaken up. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm feeling shaken up. I want fresh air. I don't want to be here when you wish. I find it very, very bad. You're treating it as a joke. You don't still understand it's something very serious. And wish you will as soon as my back is turned. And you wish you will as soon as my back is turned. You start wishing for things when I go away. As long as I'm here, please don't wish. I don't want to be a party to what you're doing. I know, but I have warned you. I have given you my warning. You are not taking it seriously. So if something goes wrong tomorrow, don't put the blame on me. Mr. White helping him into his coat. All right, Maurice, don't you worry about us. Don't fret about us. Don't worry about us. He gives him money and says, okay, here, have your money. I'm buying the paw from you. Take the money for that. So don't worry about it. We'll manage. Don't worry unnecessarily about that. Mr. White is still very confident. Sergeant, he refuses the money. He says, oh no, I won't touch the money. No, I don't want. Mr. White forcing the money into his hand. Yes, you will have to take it. He opens the door. Sergeant turned into the room. Well, good night all. To White, put it in the fire. So let me warn you again. But Mr. White and Mrs. White don't take him seriously and say good night. Sergeant goes. Mr. White closes the door, comes towards the fireplace, absorbed in the paw. Mr. White continues to be absorbed in the paw, thinking about the paw. Herbert down left. If there is no more in this than there is in his other stories, we shan't make much of that. Herbert tells his father and mother, if there is no more in this than there is in his other stories, I'm very sure. Now we are all very sure that he usually comes out with this kind of stories. And most of his stories have nothing in them. I feel that even this story is worthless, and I don't think that we should take it very seriously. So we shall not make much out of the story that he has narrated. We'll consider this story as worthless as other stories that he has narrated. Mrs. White comes down, right center to White. Did you give him anything for that, father? She's asking. Did you pay him money? Mr. White, A trifle a little. I gave him only a little. He didn't want it, but I made him take it. He refused to take the money, but I forced him to take it. Miss White, they now, you shouldn't throwing your money out. Still, the mother is not so happy that they have bought the paw. She's asking him, throw it to the fire, destroy it, let us not have that paw. Mr. White, looking at the paw, he has picked up again. I wonder about what? Mr. White, I wonder whether we hadn't better chuck it on the fire. Now, Mr. White also wonders whether that should be thrown into the fire and destroyed. Herbert, laughing, likely, I know. Why? We're all going to be rich and famous and happy. Yeah, that's right. What do we need that? Hmm, we can have our three wishes granted. So naturally you will ask for richness. So soon we are going to be famous and happy and rich. He jokes about it again. Miss White, throw it on the fire. Indeed, when given money for that, so like you, father. So throw it on the fire. I don't want to listen to this nonsense or this dirty stuff. Throw it in the fire, father. Throw it in the fire. Indeed, when given money for that, you have given money for that, so like you always waste your money on worthless things. You deserve it. Herbert, wish to be an emperor to begin with, then you can't be henpecked. Then Herbert continues a joke about it, saying, Father, just you wish to be a king, wish to be emperor, then you won't have to be henpecked. Henpecked here, a husband who is controlled by his wife. Say, at home you are controlled by your wife, my mother. So you wish to be an emperor. So when you become an emperor or a king, you can control everybody. You won't have to be a slave of your wife. Mrs. White going for him in front of the table with a duster. So she chases him to beat him. You young dirty fellow. She follows him to the back of the table. Herbert running away from around behind the table. Steady with that duster, mother. Be careful with that. Mr. White, be quiet, quiet, quiet there. Mr. White, Herbert catches Mrs. White in his arms and kisses her. I wonder, he has a paw in his hand. I don't know what to wish for, and that's a fact. So we can have three wishes granted, but I don't know what to wish for. He looks about him with a happy smile. I seem to have got all what I want, Mr. White says. No, it looks as if we have got everything that we need. So what else is there to be had? I don't know what to wish for. Herbert with his hands on the old man's shoulder. Old dad, if you had only cleared the debt on the house, you would be quite happy, wouldn't you? So now Herbert says, Father, let us be very practical. We owe some money on the house. We have taken a loan. The loan is not yet settled. So, if you had only cleared the debt on the house, you would be happy. So, let us clear the loan. We'll ask for that wish. Let the house be free. Wouldn't you? So, you'll get the money, wish for money, some money, so that we can clear the debt. Saying this, he laughs. Well, go ahead. Wish for 200 pounds. They'll just do that. So we owe 200 pounds on the house. So you wish to have just 200 pounds. When you get it, you can clear the loan. Nothing else. Mr. White is also laughing, half laughing. Shall I? But he thinks it is sensible. He thinks that it is sensible. Herbert, go on here. Here, I'll play slow music. You wish. You have your wishes. I'll play music. He crosses to the piano. Mrs. Oh, don't, John, please, please. Don't have anything to do with that. She continues to be scared of that. Herbert, now, Dad, he's playing the piano and he's asking his father to wish. Mr. White, I'll do it. He holds up the paw as if ashamed, as if half ashamed. I wish for 200 pounds. So holding the paw in his hand, He wishes to have 200 pounds.